I'm here with Rick Bertasi, who is Chief Executive Officer of Newmark Global Corporate Services, and Piotr Kaszyński, who is Managing Partner of Newmark Polska. Newmark is a world leader in commercial real estate, and they have made an agreement with a local company, and certainly in Poland, that is a once-in-a-decade event. Rick, welcome to Poland. Have you been to this country before?
Yes, I have, Richard. I've been here multiple times, going back the first time about 2008. I spent about a third of my professional career living on the continent and in the UK, working across EMEA.
What made Newmark want to come into Poland and the wider Central and Eastern Europe?
Newmark is a commercial real estate company that's been in business for over 90 years. We have an unprecedented rate of growth over the last decade, and we're increasingly looking for opportunities to continue that growth internationally. Our growing presence in EMEA is fundamental to being able to deliver the excellent level of service we aspire to provide each of our clients. We're delighted to welcome Newmark Polska and Piotr and his team to the Newmark platform. Working with one of Poland's leading corporate real estate services firms, we believe will continue to create opportunities for us to add value and assist our clients. We operate an existing legacy Newmark office here in Poland, and in combination with Piotr's team, we feel like we'll be able to add additional service capabilities and better serve the clients we have.
Mm-hmm. Piotr, what does it mean for Newmark Polska to be able to tap into Newmark approach?
Well, we are very privileged to team up with Newmark Global. It's a unique opportunity for us to offer wide services under this new brand. Poland is a very attractive country for many international and local companies, and with the strong cooperation and cross-selling across various continents, I'm sure we can offer the highest standard of services that big corporates do require.
Okay, Piotr, in terms of a general business market, are you seeing more international companies coming into Poland?
Yes, they continue to come. They have been very active for the last decade or so on various fronts, office and industrial and retail. The sectors have been changing and adjusting to the local requirements. I see further growth and interest in the local Polish market, connected with the labor force, young, dynamic workforce, willing to grow and succeed, very, very ambitious.
Is that only a Polish workforce, or is it an international workforce?
It's international. Poland is becoming a very international hub, attracting various professionals from around the world. Yeah. And just walking around Warsaw, you will see that this is a mini melting pot of various cultures, professionals, people moving around.
Is that only in Warsaw, or is that in other cities as well?
In comparison to other CE countries, Poland has 7 big cities. So like Wrocław and Tri-City and Kraków, they're becoming massive hubs with various specialities. Warsaw is a very important financial and administrative hub, but there are also other cities which are growing fast and very dominant. And that's why Poland is very interesting for many international companies, that they can attract talent, that they offer interesting living conditions, provide ability to grow within the business, companies, promotions, and so on.
Rick, the pandemic has obviously had deep and far-reaching effects on the real estate environment, affecting tenant strategies and workplace patterns, among many other things. I mean, what do you see as the most important changes and impacts on the real estate market specifically, and business practices in general?
Yeah. The last 2 years saw accelerated societal change. The way that we shop, the way that we go out to dinner, the way that we work, all of these things changed at a pace which was unforeseen until 2 years ago. As a result, enterprises, occupiers of broad spectrums of real estate in the retail space, the logistics space, the office space, the lab space, they're all going through dramatic change and dealing with significant uncertainties about how their portfolio should be shaped for the future. So in some markets, for example, life sciences is expanding rapidly. They're converting office spaces into labs. In other markets, logistics spaces are completely consumed, and there's a very, very real shortage of incremental supply. All of those things ultimately will work their way through the corporate portfolios, and each company is going to balance how they adapt to that differently. I expect that many of those companies will address these issues slowly, incrementally, in order not to get them wrong, while they will learn how to adapt the new technologies and the new way that people do things into their occupied portfolio. Our strategy to address this has been accelerate our capabilities to help those corporate portfolios. Just in my business alone, in the global corporate service business, we've hired over 50 professionals with significant international experience.
In America alone, or in
no,
globally?
Throughout the globe, around the globe, with significant international experience, people who already know how to work with client portfolios and help clients adapt their portfolios to change. We've designed and implemented a unique fiduciary strategy for our clients to help them with that. We've joined up our coverage in Poland and Hungary as well, and we've expanded our Flex Office platform with the acquisitions of Notel and of Deskio. So Newmark is taking the steps to work with our clients to enable them in those portfolio changes, but it will be a very interesting portfolio period for the next, I think, 3 to 5 years especially.
Piotr, in terms of like the commercial real estate market in Poland, how do you see it developing both this year, 2022, and beyond?
We continue to grow. The market continues to grow. I'm very optimistic. On the office front, the companies are finalizing their studies. How much space do they require? And what I see, most of them will be growing and adding space or consolidating. Obviously, we have challenges with labor force available, but that is most of them dealing with or relocating to different regions or bringing people from smaller cities in Poland to the bigger agglomerations. We're very optimistic on the industrial. We had a record year with leasing and development, and this will continue for the years to come. We're a big beneficiary of supply chain disruptions that happened with Asia and other markets, and the manufacturing base of Europe has learned the lesson, and they know that they need to strengthen their manufacturing capabilities in Europe, and Central Eastern Europe and Poland is the best place to locate, relocate, or even expand their presence.
So Rick, how will corporate property portfolios adapt and change in the coming years in light of labour shortages in the US and Europe and growing economies?
Corporate portfolios have to change. They have to adapt. They will in order to achieve long-term success. That change is always there. What's different now is that there's probably a more accelerated change due to the new ways that people are doing multiple things. The labor impact will drive additional change. The labor participation rate will be important to that. I believe it will drive increased adoption of technologies to help alleviate and allow the productivity to go up. So I do think that will have an impact on the portfolios. Interestingly, the tightened labor market will probably cause more rapid adoption of technologies like machine learning and AI to help companies get their work done. What impact that then has on the productivity of the staff, it's hard to know for sure, but I look at that and think, okay, that could be very interesting as companies are able to adapt new technologies. Having seen some of these in use already around the world, I do think that will be really, really, really impactful over the long haul as we look for increasing productivity of the people that we do have.
So Rick, what's next for Newmark after Poland?
Well, Newmark has been operating in Europe for years. We've had clients that we've supported throughout Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Asia Pacific, so none of that's really new. What's new is actively going out and expanding our network, building the platform more substantively in those regions, and those are things that we're working on now.
Okay, well, thank you very much, both of you, and good luck with your joint endeavour.
Thank you, and I would like to say I thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today. I think it's an exciting time to be in the commercial real estate market in general, and particularly here in Poland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.